So I've been back home up in DC for like the last 4 days, you know, just celebrating the Christmas holiday. I made time for people, like they're just like, oh, I want to see you, blah, blah. They tell me all these nice things that I want to hear. Y'all, so I went out and first of all, he showed up and I swear his polo shirt was like a crop top. It was so small. I was just like, the fuck you got on? Like, okay, whatever. So I'm still like here. This man is supposed to like, I'm just baffled. Like, he's from Alabama. I said I wasn't gonna date any country bumpkins anymore, but let me tell y'all, okay, so not only did he come just dressed tragically, and like I know that he can afford to dress better. Y'all, I'm so mad right now. Okay, so we went to the movies. I wanted to see the Star Wars movie, and it should have been a red flag right there. He was like, Star Wars? Who watches Star Wars? Who doesn't watch Star Wars? Like, I love Star Wars. Anyways, so we go see Queen and Slim. Mind you, I've already seen this movie with a whole nother nigga. So I am sitting here and I'm like, okay, trying not to tell the movie because the movie's really good. But I love Star Wars. So we're sitting there and he's just like, he moved the little arm thing up and he was trying to sit like on me. And I was like, damn, like, you heavy. And like, I even said that. I was like, oh, you're heavy. So he's not catching up on like fucking context clues or something. So I'm really irritated right now. So I hope this story makes sense. So we're sitting there watching the movie. And he's so like, I don't know, maybe I just can't go to the movies with some people because I don't like if like you're talking and other people can hear you talking, like whisper or text me. And so he's sitting there loud. He's like, oh my gosh. Well, there's a point in the movie where they have sex or whatever. Y'all, he was so fucking childish. So they're doing it and he was like, oh my God, close your eyes. And he's like loud. And so I'm like, oh my God, people are gonna think that I'm not like old enough, one, to be in here, but two, like, it was a movie. It's not like you see like, so I'm just kind of like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So whatever. So I'm right there and he was like, oh, we should go do that. The fuck? Okay, so we get through the whole movie and it said a lot about his character when he was like, oh, I would have took the $250,000. Can't be trusted. One, just like right there was such a turn off. But then like the movie was pretty much over. And so I wasn't going to sit there much longer. So I got up and I started walking off, right? So if I'm walking off and you're my movie date, you should walk off with me, okay? Y'all, I like kind of paused and waited thinking like, okay, maybe somebody cut him off, but like a group of people came out. He never came like out right then. So I started speed walking. I was like, well, shit, I'm just gonna leave. This is my free pass. I'm so hard on this man, y'all. I'm gonna post the stuff that he texts me in the comments because he'll like tell me, like in the sorry, I was reading something good. But he'll tell me like all these things, like blah, blah, blah. And he didn't have my number saved in his phone. Like, I mean, I don't have his number saved in my phone, but I've blocked him multiple times. And like, I guess I just didn't learn the lesson. And oh, it's making me so mad. Like, the thing about Virginia, y'all, the traffic is so shitty and the speed limit is so just stupid. And I really want to be an aggressive driver, but they give you like a fucking damn near felony because you can't go over a certain amount of the speed limit or you get arrested. And so, it's ridiculous. Like, I have tickets in my little thing right here now, like from still being on their probation. But anyway, so that was that movie date, okay? So I'm really in my feelings because like I'm not an ugly girl. I'm so sweet. Like I have time. I hee ha ha, whatever. So this other guy, he was the one, I don't know if y'all remember shit that I post, but in September, he flew down to Texas and he was like an old ass man. Like he didn't want to do nothing. He didn't want to go nowhere. Like the fuck. Okay, so, but it's okay because he was like, hey, for New Year's, let's go to Miami. So my little like, whatever. So I want to go to Miami. So I've been nice to this man. Well, I'm up here. We're only 2 hours and like 59 minutes away from each other, which is nothing for me, especially up here. So I tell him, hey, I'm here. He was like, oh, when'd you get here? Blah, blah. Okay. So he came up with this elaborate story that the furnace in his house went out and it's really cold. And so my friend, she was like, oh, bitch, he's married. And I said, no. Like, I might not have a gaydar, but I have a great sense of commitment. Okay. So we are going, oh shit, what happened next, y'all? I'm sorry. Reading the instruction, like the directions, because I'm on a different part. I didn't want to take the toll road because I don't have my easy pass. But anyways, okay, so back to the story. So the man's like, oh, my furnace is out. It's so cold. That car that was shitty just ran that red light. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep up. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the man's like, oh, my furnace is out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And mind you, I've never been to his house. He's been to my house, and like we've gone on trips and stuff, and he always pays for the hotels, whatever. And he's like genuinely a nice guy. But my friend's like, oh bitch, he sounds real married. So I was like, hey, I have a sitter. I'm just gonna drive up to Jersey, whatever. And he was like, haven't you been driving all day? And I was like, yeah, but it's fine. I want to see you. So just seeing what he would say. So he did send me the address. And all day I wanted to like just drive by, 2 hours and 59 minutes. I wanted to drive by because I called him. He told me that they were going to come today at 1 o'clock. Okay. So at 1 o'clock, I was like, whatever. At 2:33, I sent a text and I was like, hey, did they arrive on time or whatever? And no response. So I FaceTimed. His phone is an Android, so if he FaceTimes, he's always at home or whatever. I know that's real tragic, but I refuse to talk to somebody that doesn't have an iPhone or iPad. So he actually went out and got that. And I thought like, oh, okay, that shows effort. This is the guy that's 16 years older than me. So, but he does have money, y'all. Like, he never lets me down. And I'm not there for the money. I'm just there. Okay, well, I'm not there not for the money, but I'm not gonna like say, oh, okay. So my intentions are good. Like, I'm trying to keep my heart 3 stacks. But this man really played me. So right now I'm on my way to New Jersey because I had that bad date. And I'm just going to knock. And if it's not fucking cold in his house, I think I'm going to like huff and puff and blow the shit down at this point. Because he's treating me like I'm a fat white girl. No offense to my fat white friends. But fuck, like, it's not fair. Like, I have been putting in all this time, like, being like, and it just sucks because like out of the guy that didn't save my phone number at the movies, out of this old man, only other person I have is a man that likes men, and I'm just like not that desperate. Like, I feel like my level of desperation is like an African about now, but fuck what you heard, And so I don't know. And then the fact that like I had to buy my own Raisinets. Like, what do I look like? I don't know. So I just feel in my heart that dating is not for me for the rest of this year. And then I'm still gonna go to Miami with this man, but if his house is not cold because the furnace is out, like, I just want proof that his furnace is out. Like, he tried to put the camera around the room and tell me like, oh, look, I have a space heater. Nigga, I got central heat and air. I got a space heater. The fuck? I don't want to turn on my thermostat all the time, but I'm so proud. Okay. Okay, I'm telling y'all all of these dating dilemmas, and I have a whole nigga living at my house right now. So the reason that I came home, up here to Virginia, is because I still have that broke man living in my house because he has nowhere else to go, and he has his kids for the winter break or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to be at home with my baby nonstop for 10 days. I don't want to be at home with your 3 babies and my babies for 10 days. So I came up here. Well, so he's at my house, and I look at TXU all the time because like I get excited when my bill is low or whatever. And so normally I use about 8 to 9 like kWh. I think that's kilowatts. Don't judge me if I don't know what that means. The Lord's working on me. I'm trying to be domesticated. But anyway, so fucking go! Okay, so look how stupid these people are. Like, they get so scared because it's on a little tunnel thing, and it's like they need street lights and fucking it makes me so mad. And so that pisses me off. Okay, so, and I'm on my way to Jersey now because I'm doing the pop-up. But let me finish telling y'all about the man in my house with his kids. And I just didn't want to deal with him. So my usage is usually really, really low or whatever. So I get an alert that's like, hey, watch your little habits or whatever. So I log into the app. Why was there 19 KWHs used today? Well, it was actually used yesterday because the app kind of updates slow or whatever. Yeah, mama. And then, so I text him and I was like, hey, if you guys aren't in the room or whatever, can you turn the light off? Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to totally turn the camera back. I didn't even notice. Sorry. It should work now. Okay, my bad. Sorry about that technical difficulty. Let me see if this is my turn. I just closed my move ring. That's really good. It makes me happy because I be in this fucking car all the time. But, so I texted him. I was like, hey, if y'all aren't in the room, can you please turn off like a light or whatever? And so he said, oh my gosh, like, are you serious right now? And I was like, oh, you know, I've been having a low bill lately. Like, I'm just trying to keep it that way. And so he was like, I can pay the bill. If you can pay the bill, go pay your own rent. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, shit like that. So then I got an attitude and he was like, oh my God, you just always sound so negative. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, I'm so, like, my mind is blown as to, like, how much nicer can I get? I always, like, worry about if words are real or not. And I have just been like, woo. Just stressed the fuck out about this because I'm doing a winter master and I asked him for help on my homework and he got the question fucking wrong. And so, like, I did flip shit about that because I was like, you had all day to figure it out. And then, I don't know, y'all, I'm so stressed. Like, but I seriously am giving up dating for the rest of this year. Like, I feel like I just need to wait until, like, Capricorn is out of this moon or whatever is going on in Gemini right now and the cosmic shits. And, okay, 1.1 mile. It's so like, oh, look at this. Love laws always just have somebody. Never fails. Never fucking fails, y'all. Like, woo, but at least it ain't me today. Okay, so anyways, let me pretend I'm not on FaceTime because you're not supposed to. And then that person fucking break. Look at this. Look at this. They break right here. I'm trying to finish telling y'all my Facebook live story, but he's out. So, but you can see me because his lights are playing. Okay, so back to the point of my story. Like, I am so stressed. Like, I want to tell this man, like, oh, can you move? But, like, when we're not fighting, we're doing really, really well. And I feel like he's, like, that constellation prize. Like, at least I have something. And I value and I respect myself, but I'm so scared to stay at home alone. And Denver's always gone, like, at her dad's. And so I'd be like, I have, you know, I don't know. I think I have a really bad codependency problem. But he is a good person, so I'm not gonna be like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to seem two-faced because I tell him all the things that I'm telling y'all to his face, and so he thinks that I'm rude as shit. And so if you think I'm rude as shit, then why put yourself through that abuse, you know? And I keep catching every light, and there's so many lights here. Like, I don't understand. Like, Texas, everything is far away. Here in, like, the DMV, everything is really close together, but you got to go through 10 lights to get there. And I'm just going to turn off this little light real quick because this little Indian man is in my business. But, y'all, I'm just stressed. I feel like I need, like, I don't know what I need. But, I don't know. That's my story. And I really am upset that people are treating me like I'm ugly because I feel like I'm pretty on the inside and out. Like a Christina Aguilera song right now. But anyways, I know this story was a little more out of the ordinary for today. But I feel like in a few minutes or hours, when I go back live and tell y'all if his furnace was working, I need all of this to make sense. And then I don't want it to be like this mixed up, horrible story. So, I don't know, just don't trust niggas. Like, I didn't have this problem when I was dating white boys and Mexicans. I didn't. Like, this shit is just, it's new to me. It is beyond me. I feel like I'm above this. But, I don't know. I need a hobby or something that doesn't have a penis. And I'm not saying my hobby is the penis. I'm saying my hobby, like, I'm just like, oh, okay, you want to go get a drink? Like, I don't know, I'm probably this close to, like, being like, fuck drinking too, because every time I drink, then I give my number out and I'm like, call me sometime. And so I don't know, I want them to stop calling me now at this point, because don't feed the monkeys, they'll hang on your gate. I think that goes to, like, drinking too. But whatever the what is, just pray for me and I'll let y'all know what happens. But his furnace better fucking be out. That's all I know. And I know there's a lot of F-bombs going on here, but he keeps playing with me. And I really want to go to Miami on the 1st. Okay, so let me tell y'all how I met him, first of all. So I went to Vegas in March with my girlfriends, just like as a little weekend trip. And he was at the blackjack table because I love blackjack, y'all. And so, well, I like roulette, but I'm good at blackjack. So you know, I just make small talk or whatever, and you know, all the hoes love me. So this man was like, oh my God, I have to see you again. And sure enough, he was like, and I thought he was full of shit. So he was like, let's go to Mexico. And I'm like a puppy. You open the door, I'm gonna run through every time. So we did go to Mexico. Now I was upset because he made me pay for my flight, but he did pay for everything else. So I told him, like, don't let that happen again, like, ever. And so, yay, I'm finally about to get on the expressway. This is how, like, crooked I live. Sorry, I'm just turning because I just saw Queen and Slim. I'm using all my signals and shit. Okay, but so we went to Mexico. Everything was great. Like, we do have genuinely really good times. And, oh, I hate when I hit potholes. Whoopsie. And so, yay. So that's where I work in IAD 28 for Amazon. Okay, I don't know what half the screen just disappeared. But anyways, keep up with the story. So we went out. He did make it up to me. But then when he came in September, y'all, he was so cheap, so boring, whatever. So I like this man when I have to catch a plane to meet him wherever we're going. So, hold on. Sorry, y'all. And going through a toll booth. I'm going to finish the story.